Hello, today I am going to take you through just a few shoulder stretches to release out any tightness that you might be holding onto in the muscles of the shoulder girdle. So you'll need a belt. It doesn't have to be a yoga belt. It can be any sort of a belt of a dressing gown, even a long towel would be great. So if you don't have that, just pause the video, go get one, and then come back. So we're going to start off with is opening out the belt nice and wide between the hands. And you need to go wide enough that when you bring the arms down behind the back, the elbows don't start to bend or pull to the side. And you're just going to bring that belt up and down a few times. You can breathe in and breathe out as you lift the belt up and down. Nice slow breaths. And if you find that the hands are very far apart and you're not feeling a stretch, then you might need to go a little bit closer together. But just watch that you don't start to bend in the elbows there. It's a fine line to get that distance right. And you should feel it right in around the shoulder joint and in around the shoulder blades on the back body. So we're going to take it all the way up overhead now and bring the hands in closer together, about an inch or so on each side. And then bring the arms back. They'll only go a very short way back and then you'll feel like they're stuck. So hold it there. Keep drawing the front of your rib cage inwards. Your spine and your torso stay neutral. And hold for a few deep breaths. You'll start to notice more of a stretch right into the shoulder joint. We'll stay here for just one more breath. And when you're ready, very slowly release out. And we just pop the belt down for a moment. Give the shoulders a roll back, up, back and down. Nice big movement. And then we'll roll them back the opposite way. And just let the shoulders relax down. So the next thing you're going to do is take the right arm up overhead and bend the elbow. Now you can start by taking the left hand onto that top elbow and just getting a stretch along the right arm. You can hold it here if you wish, or you can bring the left arm behind the back so your hands catch behind your back. Now a lot of the time there'll be a space between the hands, they won't meet, in which case you can take the belt, just dangle it down from the right hand, and then when your left hand comes behind, you'll catch the belt with the left hand. And from there, see, can you lift the right elbow up towards the ceiling? Notice if your head is getting pushed off to the side. It's very easy for the top arm to send the head out of alignment. And see, can you keep the head and neck in line with the rest of the spine? It might mean that you need to use a belt instead of catching your hands, or you might need a little bit more space between the belt, or even you can use your towel here, a little bit more space between the hands on the towel. So let's slowly release that out. And then we're going to take the other side. So again, left arm comes up, and you can start by just taking a hold of the elbow, getting a stretch into the arm. And you can decide to stay here and work on that stretch. Or you can take the right arm down behind the back and see, maybe the hands meet. And you can take a hold of your fingers, or take the belt, dangle it out of the left hand. Right hand comes back around and catches the belt wherever it's comfortable. So you're not forcing. Top elbow reaches high, and then the head and neck are in line with the spine. So make any little adjustments that you need to so that you can keep that neutral spine, and you're breathing into the shoulders. So we're working into the muscles of the rotator cuff here, which is really important to keep healthy. It's so easy to injure your rotator cuff, particularly when you're practicing other sports. It tends to be the group of muscles that gets injured more frequently. So let's release that out. And then give the shoulders a roll, nice big roll, and roll them back the opposite way. Good. So let's take one more exercise to release out the shoulders. The arms come in front, the palms face each other. We'll take the right arm underneath the left. So there's a deep cross of the arms. You can stay here. This is a great place to stay. If you could get the backs of the hands closer, do that. And if you can go all the way around to wrap the palms together, then go to that place. But again, it doesn't matter how far you go into the stretch. You find the point that feels far enough. We'll just hold for one more breath, and then very slowly unravel to take the second side. So you're going to bring the arms out again. The palms face each other. This time, left arm hooks under the right. So this might be as far as you're going. If the backs of the hands come together, great. Maybe you can even wrap the palms together. Lift the elbows a little. And notice that you're stretching right in between the shoulder blades. The space across the back of the rib cage. And we'll slowly release that out. And one more time, fingertips up onto the shoulders, big circles with the shoulders. So this time bringing the shoulder through full range of motion. See, can you tip the elbows together every time they circle past? And then we'll go back the opposite way, that big movement. And slowly release. Great stuff. So you've done 3 different exercises to work into the shoulder muscles, and you've released out with shoulder rolls each time between your exercises. So if you'd like to learn more about how to look after your body and to look after your muscles and to release out all of that tightness, then get in touch. My email is info@durga.ie, and you can inquire with all of your questions about how you can introduce these stretches into your own personal practice. Thank you so much.